Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or good night. My name
Mhm.
is Sharika Sanders. I'm the CEO and founder of Transform the Gap, where I am a growth partner, career advancement mentor, advisor for those in the professional space, specifically accountants who are seeking assistance with their career growth. They're feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, and wondering what to do next, or even those who are currently in their desired role, but now wondering, now what? And seeking, excuse me, career fulfillment. I have someone here today, someone that I know that you should know, and I think she'll have some valuable insight for those of us in the accounting and finance space. Please welcome Ms. Heather Johnston, relationship builder and connector. Heather, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Sharika. I'm super excited to be here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks. I will. So, Heather Johnston. I've been a connector pretty much all my life. I have a marketing degree, and I worked for an ad agency for the first 20 years or so of my career. So I was connecting buyers to brands, large enterprise clients. It was a great experience. And then I worked for a recruiting firm where I was recruiting specifically technology talent to clients. So it was still kind of
Mm.
making connections. And during that time is when I really had to start networking and building my network around small business owners and other networking professionals. And I just really enjoy meeting people and trying to make meaningful connections, help open doors for people. And thankfully, I've built an amazing network of folks that do this, like to do the same. So that's the best way, right? To get to build a business is to through referrals and trusted partners. Um, so that's a little bit about me. I don't know if you want me. I'm also a mom. That's actually how I should have started because that's my most important and most proud job. I'm a mom of two young men now that are in college. So I've been fortunate to have and work for companies that truly value the whole work-life balance and work. I could work remotely. I had some flexibility always built into my work schedule, which was invaluable when they were growing up. So I could be there while they were growing up.
That's amazing. One, to have been with those type of companies, and then your love for connecting with others. So I didn't realize how much of a enjoyment, fulfillment, that's the word I want to say, of a fulfillment there is in connecting like-minded individuals, or even being connected with like-minded individuals. Like, that's one thing in the corporate space, but when I transition out of that into now being in the entrepreneurial space, and the people that I've been able to connect with on LinkedIn, or even more so the ones who were introduced to me after, meeting someone and they're like, hey, I know someone you should know, and it ends up being a really great connection. And it's like, oh wow, that, I appreciate what they saw in me and that they took the time to do that. So I love that you value that so much and hold it to such a high regard. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. And what I'll just add to that real quickly is that in this new role I'm at Maximus, which I'll talk about probably in a minute, my role here solely is business development, whereas in the past I've had account management, account executive roles where I'm also managing clients. Here, my role is really to just tell our story to as many people as I can and be a networker and get out there. So I don't have that time management balancing act like I had to do
Mm.
previously when I was also screening candidates and presenting candidates and to clients and doing the client management side as well. So it's really fun and that I'm able to just solely focus on meeting new people and trying to make things happen. Be a rainmaker, hopefully.
That's amazing. And honestly, the best segue into my question of what is it that you know that we should know?
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to take that question to kind of promote Maximus Partners. We are an independent CFO advisory firm that's specifically bringing CFO talent and experience, extended experience, to the middle market because we
Mm.
recognize there's a real need for CFO talent. Not so much we're not a fractional CFO firm, but more an advisor, a business advisor, a management advisor who we partner with clients at the business owner level or at CEO level or even at the finance leader, a CFO that might already be in place, or a VP of finance, to really help that business either scale, become more profitable. Maybe they're about to embark in some sort of transaction. We've got over 100 transactions between all of our CFO partners under our belt. So we're well experienced in that space. So if a company, a privately held company, is about to engage with PE, we can come in and kind of be that advisor to walk them through that process, excuse me, and what it looks like. So that's one thing. And the other thing I would tell you, Sharika, is that all of our CFOs, we now got, I think, 12 on our bench, are our employees. We don't subcontract any work. So, and they're all former practitioners. So not lifelong advisors, but rather practitioners who've been there, done that. So when we go in and advise a client, again, we're going in having that vast experience, at least 10 years experience, many times multiple roles in a CFO seat. And part of all of our CFOs also have experience in that private equity world, because we recognize that's also a very big part of the middle market.
Yes. Yes, that is amazing. And I love what you all do. One, that everyone already has, like you said, been there, done that, so they can speak to that experience and pull from their own experiences to help, whatever organization that they're working with. And then also, definitely so within my time in corporate, I worked solely in private equity and privately held organizations. And I love that you all offer that advisory service, because there were times where, even, when I was in corporate, we kind of downplayed the value of it. Oh, we don't need it for the, we'll be fine. But then what happens is you start on that business venture, that project, whatever it is, and then you realize halfway through, oh, we need some help. And now you're having to backtrack and go back to that person, to that group, and say, you know what, we really do need your help. And now you're spending more money, or we were spending more money, because now they need to fix what we broke, so to speak. And even it's taking more time as well. And we, one of the companies that I was with, we went through bankruptcy. We were in and out within 7 months. So that was, something, I guess, to be celebrated, of the whole process. But in our going through bankruptcy, we met with a firm prior to filing to find out, like, what's the best time to file? What are the things that we need to do? All of these different steps. And had we not done that, there's no telling how long we would have been in bankruptcy, how, we could have possibly ended up missing payroll for employees, like all these different things that we didn't know. So I'm saying all that to again say the value that an advisor can bring, if we stop looking at the price tag and look at the value for this investment, that it can bring long term, then, people should be running to send you LinkedIn messages, or, to connect with you, or look up Maximus, because you're providing a very valuable service.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And I would just add too, I think one of our other key differentiators is we have a coaching and development program as well. So, and part of our practice, which I haven't gotten to yet, is a recruiting service. So our recruiting principal's been executive recruiter, for over 20 years, and has an amazing team that support her. So we recruit executive level and others around accounting, finance, as well as IT on that side. So we have a client that brought us in thinking they wanted us to recruit a CFO for them. They had grown to the point where they thought, okay, it's really now time we need a CFO. They had a VP of finance in place. And so when we went in and met with the team and met the VP of finance, we said, you know what, this person could be a great CFO for you, with a little bit of coaching and development. So what we do then is develop a customized training and development program, obviously alongside the executive team, including the VP of finance, and come up with a timeline. And certainly if a company has that bandwidth and timeline, then we can work with that. And this is great, right? Because now they don't have to hire someone from outside with a huge salary, but can promote within, and then we can help them if needed backfill that person's role. So I think the coaching and development program, our service that we offer, also makes us really unique in the space.
It absolutely does. It makes you unique. And honestly, for those working that are seeking your assistance, it's almost like, I think I would feel like I'm getting a little bit of a guarantee, because not only do they have, whatever experience, but now you've also spent time with them to make sure they're developed and ready for the role within my organization. And so there's an additional bit of assurance that I think comes with that.
Yeah,
So that coaching and development piece is just amazing. And then you also have the other people within your staff who have the experience. So that's, and I guess even maybe unofficial part of the coaching and development that can happen as well, just to make sure that that person is ready. And I think this is great for those who have a business who need this a CFO,
mhm,
but they're not familiar with accounting, so they don't really know what questions to ask. They don't really know what to
right,
look for because they're not really familiar with the space, and so they just, blindly, so to speak, pick someone. But with an organization like yours, it's almost like, hey, they come with a guarantee. We've trained them, we've developed them to help them fit who you are.
right.
So that's great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So I just want to again say I think it's amazing what Heather as a person does, as
Thanks.
well as within her role with Maximus, but also I'm going to make sure I have Heather will be tagged within the details of this video. The contact information will be below. Please connect, ask the questions, reach out. Um, if nothing else, you just may make a great connector that can grow your network into, and anybody in the entrepreneurial space knows how a great network can develop into some awesome opportunities. So thank you again for your time, for what you do, and sharing your expertise with us.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, Sharika. Thanks so much.
Well, until next time, and remember, connect with Heather. Contact information is included. Ask the questions, reach out, have the conversations. She's a great person that I know that you should definitely get to know. All right.
Thank you.